taking the market higher. That's the management, I think, at NIIT Limited. They would be talking about their company's performance.
Thank you very much for joining us for this press meet, which is to announce the results of quarter one for FY16. This is also the first quarter when our new CEO, Mr. Rahul Patwardhan, has joined us, and in the right spirit, I would like him to present the results and share them with you. So over to Rahul.
Thank you, Vijay. First, I'd like to give some headlines. NIIT overall is back to growth and back to profitability in Q1 FY16. We have sustained growth and margins in the corporate learning business. We've had a significant turnaround in the skills and career business on the back of success in the business transformation program that we executed in quarter four. And we've completed successfully the subsidiary formation of the schools business. Just to take you through some of the numbers, our profit after tax year on year has grown from 0.6 crores to 15 crores in this quarter, an increase of 14.4 crores year on year. Our EBITDA has grown to 7% as against 6% in the same period last year, an increase in 135 basis points. And our net revenue has grown 4% to 233.2 crores. To take you through some of the highlights of each of the businesses, our corporate learning business grew 15% year on year. Our EBITDA remained constant at 12%. Our visibility has increased to $201 million. We had a 67% growth YOY on our order book, and we had 5 new contracts in the quarter with 1 new customer in the pharma sector. In the skills and career business, we've halted the degrowth that we've seen over the last many quarters in this quarter, and we've also reached very close to break even in this business, which again we've not seen for some time. And all this is based on successful business transformation, both in terms of portfolio of the product range and the revenue side of things, but also in terms, of course, of the cost restructuring that we executed in quarter four. Importantly, our Beyond IT business has grown to 39% from a base of 34% in the last quarter. And we've seen a 7% growth in our business from our distribution channel across India. And very importantly, we successfully participated in the pilot of the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana with students being trained in Jammu and Kashmir, in the Northeast and in Jharkhand. And we are now actively participating in the Skill India program. The schools business, we maintain our EBITDA level of the last year, same quarter. We've added 111 schools during this quarter. We formed our subsidiary, and most important, the growth planning for the new subsidiary is well underway. 2 more points I'd like to highlight to close off. We had a very successful launch of a new branding campaign, NIIT, the place to go places, which essentially focuses on our offerings in multiple sectors across the industry and not just IT anymore. And also importantly, we made a commitment on the launch of the Skill India movement on 15th, where we promised and committed to train 10 million people over the next 5 years across 16 industry sectors. With that, back to you, Vijay.
Thank you, Rahul. I also have with me here Mr. P. Rajendran, one of the co-founders and joint managing director, as well as Rohit Gupta, who's the CFO of the company. So we would, all 4 of us, try to answer your questions if you have any.
You exited a lot of geographies last quarter. Is that consolidation process complete, or is any of that
Yes, we have exited a number of geographies in the emerging markets. That process is completed completely. We also rationalized our product portfolio in the last quarter. That process is also complete. We exited certain centers that we had in India in terms of capacity consolidation. That process is also complete. And we also had a rationalization and delayering of our workforce in the skills business, and that is also complete. So all the transformation activities of substance have been completed, and the focus now is really on driving growth and profitability into the business.
What kind of the national scholarship in Nigeria NIT has announced?
The scholarship plan in Nigeria, let me answer and then you can add. In Nigeria, we've been announcing this scholarship for a long time. In fact, Mr. Rajendran has the best information on that. And normally we have to book a football stadium to accommodate the number of students who come and appear for that scholarship exam. Really, the purpose of this scholarship is to help the students figure out whether they have the right aptitude to learn information technology or banking, financial services, whatever, whether they have the right aptitude for the courses that they have. Based on that, they get sponsored scholarships and they get to participate in the right career of their choice.
Yeah. What I could add to that is Nigeria is the largest market in Africa in terms of population, substantially larger than any other country in Africa. It's also the country with very strong resources in terms of oil, and therefore the economy and the per capita income is higher than most other countries in Africa. We have a very substantial presence through a partner network in Nigeria of over 20 centers in most cities in the country. And this program, therefore, is reflecting not just one center that NIIT runs in the capital, but it supports the entire franchise network in Nigeria. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. We are available for one-on-one conversations.
All right, that's NIIT, and take a look at the move on that stock. 15%. It was almost 6% higher when the management started speaking. And that profit figure could explain quite a few things, because they've done 15 crores in this quarter as opposed to a profit of just 0.6 crores in the same quarter last year. Plus, of course, Skill India, I think, is a big boost for some of these stocks. I think that's really created such a huge sentimental uplift around them, and the management reiterating that they will be partnering in a very clear manner in that government drive.
And across the board improvement, I think, because their margins have improved 100 basis points to 7% versus 6% year on year. And like you mentioned, the net profit has really seen that bit of turnaround, and it's come in much higher than even the top line growth, which is only around 4% this time. And the corporate learning segment is up 15-odd%. The EBITDA has been sustained at 12% there. Plus, they have mentioned that their skills business will eventually see a break even. That's what they mentioned during the press conference. And things such as the Skill India program will be something that they will be partnering in. And they did mention that they have won 5 new contracts and 1 customer within the pharmaceutical space for their corporate learning segment, I think. That's what they had spoken out about. So totally, very good set of numbers coming in from the education company NIIT Limited. And you can see that stock